ready? All right, good evening and welcome everybody to the very first episode of the G-Town podcast. Today we got the mastermind behind the Surrey-based brand Skulpist. Everybody welcome Nick. What's going on, man?
Hey. Nice to be here with you guys.
What's good, man? Thank you so much for being on the first episode with us, man.
That's what's up, bro.
Happy to have you here, man. Thank you.
Right. Just a brief introduction about the G-Town podcast. What this is it's a passion project between myself and my friends where we want to make a platform for basically a voice for anyone to tell their story. Anyone who's based in Vancouver, BC, the Lower Mainland, basically anywhere really. We just really wanted to share people's stories, share thoughts, advice, life experiences, things that can really teach you life lessons and something you can take on. We really want you to have an ear with us, really share what you've learned, or you can take anything or nothing from it at all. Any listen, any ears that we have on this podcast is, well, that's gold to us. So we really appreciate you for tuning in, and we hope to have you on the next episode. We try to make this a weekly thing. We always strive to have a special guest on board, or sometimes it might even just be us. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and let's begin. So Nick, what's good, my G, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah,
well, not really. Fact is, me and Nick have actually been hanging out the whole entire day today.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I got off work early today. I started at 7 a.m. this morning. My next guy, he's working like a mid-shift kind of thing. So I got off at 11, and I was just like, I'm gonna meet up Nick. I'm gonna go help him out. He asked me to do this thing for Skulpist, where he has to pick up all these the garments. Yeah. The funny thing is, we actually had a miscommunication earlier. He said he was gonna be there. Oh no, sorry. I read that he was gonna be at this place in on Marine Drive in Vancouver. It's called Top
Notch Embroidery.
Top Notch.
Yeah.
I went over there at 1 o'clock, but the thing is, what he actually said was he has a meeting somewhere at 1 o'clock. Yeah. I thought he was going to be there. I went there, and I'm a very punctual person, so I was actually there 30 minutes beforehand. So I was there at like 12:30, and like the place is like a warehouse kind of place and the train tracks are there too. So I was just like, am I in the right place right now? Like. But then apparently it was actually on the wrong side.
Right, yeah.
So.
Right place, just the wrong time.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked out eventually, so it's okay. Yeah. Appreciate that as well, yeah.
Of course.
Means a lot.
Of course, man. So anyways, I was there. Afterwards, I messaged him, and then he was actually at Metrotown, so I went over there right away. We went there, we picked him up. We went to Top Notch just to get all the Skulpist brand merchandise, the product there. Mm-hmm. But then, that's pretty much it, though. And then there was a big struggle going on earlier, too. Yeah. You let us know about that. Remember what happened?
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much, like, when I send all of my garments, like, to get embroidered to the manufacturer, I send them flats of, like, all my graphics and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I sent them references, like, with photos or whatever, all the details and everything. But... I had a beanie that I wanted embroidered, and I wanted it folded to have it embroidered as well. Mm. But the thing is that when I gave it to them, it was like they were uncuffed, so they just like printed, like they embroidered it wrong, pretty much. Yeah. So kind of an L, but it's okay because I got like the rest of my stuff. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the stuff coming in like 2019 delivery is pretty much done. Still wrapping stuff up. Like there's still like I think I mentioned it like end of November that was gonna drop. So it's gonna be like it's supposed to be like fall winter like 2018 kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But there's like a lot of production issues on my side and like poor planning. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm trying to move it into a way where we just do deliveries now. Yeah. So it's just gonna be like the first delivery of 2019 and just see how many deliveries I can do in a year versus just like doing it seasonal. Yeah. Just because it's like I've just gotten a handle of how to do it like seasonally. So just trying to switch it up, and then it gives me more freedom to just drop different designs and types of garments anytime
whenever you want.
Exactly. Versus just because seasonal, like it's really restrictive, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can only do this during this period, and if you miss that period, then people are not going
to
want it.
It's like select pieces.
Yeah.
Different select different types of pieces like sweats or whatever. But now you just want to just drop whatever.
I just want to drop anything because like. I just think that there's so much room for opportunity just to do new things because like I'm so stuck on doing t-shirts and like hoodies and whatever, but now it's time to move into the realm of like, you know, random shit like, you know, ashtrays, accessories and stuff like that.
Ashtrays.
You know what I mean? So like lighters, all that kind of stuff, lanyards. It's just like expanding, you know, like all the things that I can offer.
Oh, that's
much, because that's what it is. Testing, a lot of testing and shit. So
wait, sorry, for the audience, Nick owns a brand called Skulpist.
Yeah, we're all rocking it.
We're all rocking it right now. We got some OG pieces. Nick hooked up some OG gear. New box logo hoodie right there.
Yeah, new logo hoodie, just in the gray. I got those sleeves too. So.
But I want you to tell the audience right now though, like, what is Skulpist? This is a 2 years in run. How many years now?
I guess it's like 2 years. Just about 2 years. This last summer would have been the second spring summer collection, I guess. But Skulpist is pretty much like my experiment. Like it's a test to like make clothes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The word Skulpist derives from the word like sculpting. So it's like using your hands to create.
Yeah.
And the way that I think about Skulpist is like all of the garments that I touch are pretty much like handmade by me. So I screen print every single shirt, right?
Yeah.
So it's really cool, like that you guys are wearing the garments and stuff because every single shirt like I touched on my own, with my own two hands, right? Yeah, exactly. So it's really personal to me because this is me like honing my craft and honing my skills, and a lot of people from like G-Town, like just our hood, really like fuck with the shits. You know what I mean? So it's really cool that people like back me up and support what I do.
For sure.
It's just like the growth and it's a circle, you know what I mean? So. With this, like I want to use Skulpist as a platform for me to express myself and like put my ideas out there. So it's a combination of me like using my head and using my hands at the same time, right? A lot of the things are like my big goal is like actualizing ideas, like actually making things come to life, right?
Yeah.
It's because I was always down to like make graphics on the computer or whatever, but I never really like made a physical garment. So I really got into streetwear and I just started making my own clothes and learned, test, a lot of research and figuring it out. But I love fashion, I guess, streetwear, awesome, really.
Man. Just recalling a few things, like, everyone in Syria really be fucking with your shit. I remember years back, I think a year ago or two, I don't remember at this point, maybe a year and a half. But anyways, Aaron brought it up to me, Skulpist. You showed it to me.
Yeah.
The happy mess.
The happy mess. This is an original tee that Aaron's wearing right now.
Original. No tag in the back. Nothing.
Yeah, no
branded. Not branded.
This is an original piece.
Yeah, it's original.
And then when Aaron showed me your brand, he didn't tell me who you were. So I remember you were like, check this out. Do you think this is sick?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. This is pretty dope. But what made it even better, I'm a real sucker for like Canadian brands or specifically Surrey. That's our hometown. You know, it's right. And
that's what got me, to be quite honest with you. Like I didn't know you personally, but a lot of my friends have your stuff, and I know that you're from Syria and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm just gonna cop a shirt, support, and like rep it whenever I can. And I got a lot of questions. I usually leave town often, so and a lot of people usually ask me about the shirt. And I'm like, it's only from Syria, man. And I showed them the IG handle, and they fuss with it heavy. And it's so interesting because like you're a creative, right? And then you have this platform that you build your brand on or whatever, and then you kind of like push it out in a way. So there's like aspects of it where you're creative, and there's aspects of it being business, right? What kind of business lessons have you learned throughout the experience of Skulpist?
A lot of business lessons. First of all, it's really hard to do stuff on your own. Straight up, because like I do all of the printing and like resourcing for all the garms. All of the like inks and squeegee screens, all that stuff, like I find it all by myself. Printing some of the shirts all by myself. I got a homie. It's like one of my best friends, James. So like he helps out with some of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Shout out to James.
Yeah, shout out to James. But yeah, like he always helps on the side, but still like it's really hard to do all the designing as well and all the creative aspects as well as do the business side.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of like money management, time management, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And even still, like 2 years in, like I still don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's why I just call Skulpist like a test. Like this is me figuring out what I really like want to do and how I'm gonna execute it and stuff. So yeah, that's what I learned. It's a lot of like helping people, not delegating, right? Not telling people what to do, but it's like getting a helping hand from other people, because you can't really do. You can only go so far doing stuff on your own, you know? That's why it's really cool to be on this podcast, because a bunch of the like young homies came together to create one big idea, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying to you guys earlier. When we were just in the car and stuff, it's just like, it's really important to have like-minded people around you, because, you know, some people just won't get it, you know? But once you actually find the right circle of people to like push an idea forward, like that's what you need, because no one else is gonna help you, right?
Exactly.
So that was my whole thing. Like, yeah, it's a lot of maybe not following like what your head says, but like following a lot of like your heart.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you really want out of this, you know?
Yeah.
So you just really need to go out and get it, because like no one's gonna give it to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You just go there and get yours, basically.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's all love, you know,
Yeah.
between us, and
Exactly.
we really do. Like I see it. Like the vision is there. The appreciation that we have for each other is like it's very, very respectable.
Yeah.
In a silent way.
Yeah.
That I've had, like I've been friends with you guys for so long. I trust you guys so much.
Yeah.
You know.
Shit like that.
Yeah, like mutual respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you see, it's different, because like even though we're like 2 years of age like separation, it's still like I was saying before, like a degree of separation. Still like I'll know, like I know Aaron, and still like he knows you guys, and you know it's a whole connection. When we just start talking about ideas, like everything starts flowing. So yeah. It's like respect. It's like, oh, like you got a good idea, like you should go with it. Versus you know, chilling with people that like don't think the same way as you, and like are like, oh, like that's dumb, like why would you do that, you know? It's like, why are you chilling with those kind of people? Like that's not the people that you want.
But even the big part of it too is like how you started Skulpist is with one idea, right?
Yeah.
And then that one idea kind of just like spread it out using like even 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Because I believe that you started Skulpist with like kind of like a word of mouth thing, right?
Yeah,
Like give
exactly.
pieces to your buddies and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then people are asking, where'd you get that piece, right? And then it's like, yeah, my buddy made it. And then that's how you kind of like grow your brand too.
Yeah.
Which is always so interesting, like as like the creative process, you see that when you're working on the computer creating designs or something, you don't know what kind of reach is in your hands when you're cooking it up, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which is so amazing to me that anybody like you or like Nike or any other brand or really can like their reach,
Yeah.
no matter how big or how small.
Well,
right?
yeah, you're still like linking with people and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It is really crazy, because I mean, honestly, man, that's why I say it's experiment. It's just a test for me. Like, the money is cool, but the money that comes in is just like it kind of
Goes back
recycles
to
itself
a
a little bit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, honestly, I'll say straight up, like, I wish that I could just give everyone free garms. Straight up.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because it's like I see someone wearing my thing. It's like, yo, like, oh, I made that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I want it to be. But it's like, this is what I'll say. I've been thinking about it for like the last couple months, I guess, or the last couple years. It's like, I do think of myself as like as a designer, a graphic designer, but in the same coin, it's like I'm still an artist, like creating things and using my hands to, you know, print up garments and stuff. So I'm really balancing the line of like graphic designer, artist, and like business person and stuff. So there's a fine line of like figuring out what to do. But yeah, like truly, like I just wish to express myself and just like give my stuff out for free.
So that's like the number one thing you want with Skulpist, because when you like create like a clothing brand, like some people have different goals, right?
Yeah.
Like some people will just push out designs left and right and just make art and just sell it just to make the bottom end, right? Or the bottom line. But what I think that you are saying is that your number one goal is to push out your design.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Like,
that's really interesting.
Exactly, like express myself while also giving accessibility, right? Like at the price point, there's a lot of price breaks that people will like and not like.
We'll go through that later.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, it's just difficult sometimes to figure out.
Cool.
I'm just recalling whenever, like, sorry, you didn't mention this, but whenever you see someone wear your product, what's the feeling that you get? Like, is
the feeling I get, I think it's like accomplishment, I guess. Like I sought out to make clothes, and that's what I did. You know what I mean? Straight up, like, it's a really simple thing to do, but I think a lot of people kind of like think twice about like a lot of the things. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, will people really like this or whatever?
Yeah.
But you just gotta fucking do it. Like, at what point are you gonna keep doubting yourself, right?
Exactly.
So there's a situation where it's like, yeah, it's cool for me to see it, but when other people see it, it's crazy because like a homie was telling me he was like, I don't know, going to Fort Show or whatever in the lineup, and then he walked past and there was like 2 people wearing like Skulpist, right?
Yeah.
And like he saw him, was like, yo, like you were like, you know, Skulpist? It's like, oh, like, you know, must know Nick, you know what I mean? So there's like that. I said like separation, like you still know, like you still know someone within the circle and whatever, all that kind of stuff. So it's just really cool when other people tell me that they've seen other people wear it.
No, I like that a lot. It's like it's like a home team thing.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
you
it's
recognize someone from the home team, and it's like
you root for the same guy.
You root for the same guy.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Straight up.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So it's like it's all respect, man. Like, cause for me, I don't go out that much. Like I stay home a lot and just chill out, whatever. But when people go out and they see other people wearing my stuff, it's like that's really cool to me. And talk about it. They come back to me. They're like, like I saw this guy in your shirt. I'm like, sick. Like that's dope. But yeah, accomplishment. I think I'll tell you like straight up. Must have been I forget how long ago it was, but like I had a bucket list, I guess, and then on like the first thing at the very top is like make clothes or like have a clothing brand. You know what I mean? And then I found it maybe like a year in of Skulpist. I just saw it.
Oh wow!
I was like, oh shit! Like I did it, yo. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah,
it's crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When you say you're gonna do something, and then like you're so caught in the grind, that you don't even remember.
Keep going.
That you don't even remember that what you're grinding for, right? And then you just look back. And you're like, oh shit. I kind of realized that I'd say I do it and I did it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which
So
is like crazy.
yeah, because that's how you separate the 2 people, right?
Yeah.
Like sayers and doers.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's like people will always say that they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
But when you watch them and they think that no one's looking and they're not working, then what do you say? Like, what is your perception of them? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I thought, you can't just hit them up and be like, oh, I thought you were going to do this thing. They could be like, oh, yeah, yo, it's coming. It's on the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I can understand, obviously, there's roadblocks and stuff like that.
Of course.
But I like, one of those things is like, I hope down the line, 2 years after I said that, I hope that when I ask you the same question that you're actually doing something new. You know what I mean? That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, slackers don't win. That's what it is. Like,
you can always say.
Yeah, you can always say, but
you always
excuses don't make money, yo.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
you can yap all you want, right?
Yeah. Straight up.
You'll put the work into it.
Mm-hmm.
So just one thing. Do you have currently like any other projects that you're working on right now?
Other projects. So related to G-Town.
Hey!
I do have G-Town 604, which is like pretty much just a side brand that I'm working with my homie Jay Easy. So he's a rapper from G-Town, and I even known him since like I was in high school. So I've known him for a while.
JH?
Oh no. He went to a different school.
Oh, okay.
He's a little older, so
Puffa podcast.
yeah, Puffa podcast, all that stuff.
him?
Homie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Easy. But yeah, I'm trying to pretty much create a clothing brand that people from like residents from G-Town can really respect and resonate with.
Yeah.
Because that's important to me. Like before when we were younger, we had SDK, right? Sometime killers, but like if you talk about target markets and stuff like that, like we don't fit in. It's very like I would say like it's very exclusive.
Yeah.
Because there's only a certain type of people that will wear it or whatever. But that's why like G-Town 604, I want it to be a brand where it's inclusive. So even the first design that I did, like I just did that, printed it up, whatever. But the idea behind it is to get local artists and designers to create the like graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
And put it on the shirts so they can get a cut. And then it also goes back to the business, so I can do that with another person after. And you can just be like, oh, like I designed this thing for G-Town 604. You can go check it online.
Yeah, it's like a collective.
It's a collective, and it's
the same mindset of like creating art.
Yeah.
But like exclusive to the city.
Exactly.
Type thing, right?
Exactly.
For the masses.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, right?
I love this. I love this a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric, right?
Yeah.
Eric Pizarro. He actually worked on our waiting screen. He's actually working on this project with Nick as well.
Yeah.
We saw. He showed us little snippets, little photos from his screen, and it's cooking. So you guys really got to be ready for this project that's going to be coming out. We all want everyone from Guildford, Surrey to Vancouver just hop on this.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a real wave.
Kind of want to show the loading screen again.
Please.
Yeah,
Let's head back to the loading screen.
Give Eric a little bit more
more love. Yeah.
More love.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, bring it up.
Hey.
There it is. Oh no.
I mean,
we
can see it. I can see it on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's proper, super proper. There you go.
But they can see it.
Yeah, they can see it now. G-Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that goes hard. That Walmart. That Walmart though.
El Clasico. There's too many stories, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to go off what I was saying before. What I really want to do is like, because when we were in high school, that was the thing that I looked at. It was like we had Coastal Riders, Paul's Boutique, like SDK.
Paul's Boutique. That was
you know what I mean. So
yeah.
it was one of those things like you could choose what kind of lifestyle that you represented. But if you're all from G-Town and you know like, it'll be kind of like everyone can wear it. It's not just like one style of thing because everyone that's an artist and designer will create a different garment, different style of garment. You know. So it's like, yeah, there's so many options and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but no, just. Yeah, no, that's it.
But funny how you mentioned Paul's Boutique. Let's talk about old G-Town.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the old loading screen right there. Again, just one more time.
Hold on.
That Walmart though.
This Walmart though. To all the OGs out there who lived in Guildford and Surrey and always just small ratted around Guildford, you guys all know the fat parking lot and the three pyramids? Is it three?
Yeah, I think so.
There's the three glass pyramids.
Where the old Navy was and shit.
Yo, that's the meeting spot.
Yo.
Meet me in front of Sweet Factory, yo.
Yo.
You know, yo.
Dude,
real ones know.
EV Games, Sweet Factory.
EV Games, Chaps.
Bread Garden.
Yeah.
What about Bread Garden?
We didn't have the elevator there. We
shit.
didn't have the. Did you guys? Ceston, I don't know if you can pull up this video. It's on YouTube. It's an old commercial of Guildford.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
And there was a water fountain.
Yes.
I did not know. I was gonna laugh at that. I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's like I think it was close to like the Spiral Staircase or something.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Or like even the food court by the Spiral Staircase.
Yes.
Like Mr. Sub and stuff like that. We don't even have that anymore.
Flaming Walk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell. Yeah.
All
Dude, the mall's
stores.
changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It changed,
Crazy.
yo. But yeah, I just it's adapted to the way that like Guildford is now. You know,
right.
Yeah,
there's so many people like migrating to our area.
Exactly.
So it's just like you gotta make things bigger, better. I guess.
Yeah.
You can't hold on to like the old things forever. You know?
For sure.
It's good.
Look at that.
It's nice to see.
And shout out to.
Sweet Factory was my favorite. Yeah, you don't know, yo. That's the best spot.
You don't know,
You
eh?
don't know, yo.
That's my girl. Hold on. What did you want?
And remember
G-Town commercial.
the
The
old
G-Town in the 80s.
Yeah,
Bring
just
that one
the
up.
commercial. Just search it up.
If you can
Guildford Town Center commercial.
Yeah, hold
And
on,
then,
hold on.
you'll find it there.
Just trying to set up everything.
Let Ceston find it.
And to everyone who knows, it wasn't Landmark. It was Empire.
Yeah, it was Empire
and
Theaters.
Theaters. With the King Kong statue
yeah,
hanging from the ceiling.
Yo, that was
Dude,
sick.
You go in that
actually.
theater today is nothing the same.
It's not the same.
I know.
Because when you walk in,
Everything
What am I
is
looking at?
different.
It's so different.
Just going
It
to-
feels bigger now though.
Just Guildford,
Like, going
Guildford
in.
Town Center commercial.
Before it was dark as hell. Remember that?
I love
It was
that.
so
I love
dark.
that. I
I was
love
like,
that.
whoa,
That's
it's
the
kinda
theater.
scary.
That's the theater.
and they had the
Yeah,
monkey
yeah, yeah.
hanging, right?
Yeah.
Yo,
That's the
yeah,
theater,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Shoot, you're right. You're right.
You go in as a
Mighty
kid,
Mouse.
you look up.
Right there.
First one.
The TV ad.
Yeah, hold on. This is hard, man. Production is hard. Oh, okay. The first one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, this shit was dope.
It's really weird because this is old G-Town, the old part of G-Town
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
The downstairs area.
I wonder what the
with
people.
the brown tiles and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I wonder what like the old people are saying about the new G Town now, since they like saw the process and shit. Look at that!
That's extra.
Yo, we should remake this episode.
Yo, we gotta remake this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
On House of Knives.
Dude, make a Skulpist commercial? This
I think you're onto something.
crazy.
Yo, that's actually that'd be nuts. That'd be
Let's
nuts.
go back. Let's go back. Let's look at that
Yeah.
water. That
Play it again,
water
play it
fountain.
again.
The water fountain, though. That I just
We
want
gotta
to see
remake
that.
the water fountain, man.
Wait, hold on. What are... I just want to know what people are saying.
Brian D, watch from the hood.
Bread Garden.
Sam Suit.
Oh, thanks, Nina. Thank you.
Hey.
Bread Garden.
Bread Garden.
Let's see.
House of Knives.
Sub Jerwin. Mandy Tran. Judy Lee.
Panda Grills was good.
What's good? What's good?
Which kind of users shirts are you wearing? Someone asked what Skulpist shirt you're wearing. Mandy Tran. The slaying service.
Yes, yeah, that one's actually dope.
The
That
first
song's
year,
actually
yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first drop.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's like
You
one of the
wanna play
hardest
it again,
shirts.
I want to go on his Instagram later. I wanna go through.
Peek at some old pieces.
Yeah, and then I want you to explain the process of like those pieces.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it.
I think that'd be like an interesting thing.
Just pull up the IG or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
right? Y'all play it again, right?
Yes, please.
My aunt actually used to own a sewing shop like on that corner.
Really?
Oh shoot.
It's really sick.
Pause right where the water fountain is. If there's a. Did we miss it already?
It's common, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yo, I was like,
It's actually
African.
huge. It's actually huge, actually.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's
That was,
downstairs.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where this is.
No, this is
Isn't
the
this
entrance to Walmart. Up and down. This is where the spiral stairs is. If you guys remember where Walmart was placed,
Yeah.
and right where you know where McDonald's was inside Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right when you exit it.
Oh,
It's right
yo, no,
Downstairs,
I feel that.
right?
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
where
yeah.
the manga shop used to be, right?
Yeah.
Remember there used to be like an anime store on the bottom level.
Yeah.
Like there. I think ICBC was there too.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
I just gotta get
Dang, that Walmart
Awesome.
entrance now is Aldo and
Aldo,
H&M and
yeah.
stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Carl's Jr., right?
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess.
I haven't even ate there, I don't think.
I ate there one time when it opened. It's
Whatever.
Y'all ever heard of McDonald's, yo?
Yeah, they like placed it like so bad.
Fun fact: my dad was actually supposed to work there, but he turned it down.
Which at?
Dang.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr., yeah.
Ceston, I actually have a link in the document. I actually want you to open it up.
Yeah.
It's a very quick question.
Where you want to load it up on the screen?
Probably load it up on screen. But
Okay.
Yo, Ceston's like,
I'm stressing, man. I am
yo,
stressing.
his headphones like up, yo.
Ceston's currently off camera, guys. I just want to let you know this guy is working on a
Yeah, I want you to
Killing
get
it.
your cameras. This guy's
Shout out to this
headphones,
guy.
yo.
Oh my god. Hold on.
That's actually.
Can you send it
dope.
on WhatsApp?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can.
Load it up.
Is it this one?
Yeah. It's
I just need a link to open it on here.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, you kidding me? I already set it up.
Oh, what?
Okay, hold on.
You're okay. You're good.
Let's see.
One thing I did want to ask you before you finished up is how you, like when you started out, you did seasons by seasons, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
now you
correct.
just want to do deliveries and just have like things that people can order and you can ship out.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to ask like are there pros and cons to doing like seasons? That things that you like doing from like releasing a season or like a collection like that?
I think like one plus side is cohesiveness. Like you can have a lot of similar garments, like, you know, sweatshirts, sweatpants, beanies, whatever. Like I just like the next delivery is going to be because I set it up that way. You know what I mean? But now it's like I'll have more freedom to just be like, oh, I got this new thing. Like I'm just dropping this. Like if you guys want to cop, like pick it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like there's freedom like in that, but now it's like the deliveries might just be smaller. You know what I mean? Because it's not like a whole big kind of package or like one certain style. So it's just like new testing because I feel like I'm kind of held down by just doing like season by season because that only happens so often. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even in that, it's like I learned. I mean, you guys definitely know I'm late on maybe just about every delivery that I've done. Straight up, like dead honest. Like even when people order after that, people are like, yo, where's my stuff? I'm just like, yo, sorry, like still production and stuff like that. Yeah. So it allows me to just be more prepared and just be like, oh, here's maybe like 3-4 pieces and I'll just drop it straight up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Versus waiting for like right now I have like 9 pieces and I'm still waiting for this and that, whatever. Right. Right. So there's like a waiting time. But if I can just drop a couple pieces at once, then I'll just do it like that.
So you're gonna start that like immediately, right? The new way of
the new way immediately. This year is just delivery. Yeah. Because it's like you just stop caring. Like honestly, for me, it's just like it's cool to do like spring, summer, fall, winter, whatever. But look what happened this last season. Like it's over. Like the season's already done. So
no one's gonna get that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna look like a fool dropping. Yo, it's fall, winter 2018 was 2019. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, just changing it and new options, more options, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask, we talked about this earlier too, but then I was actually just doing opening up all my apps on my phone, just going on Instagram and whatnot, just scrolling through. For once, I was like, hey, let's go to the suggested follow. Like, who should I follow, right? I was running through there. I saw this Instagram page. It's called No Gods Left. I opened it up, right, and then guess who I see? I see Nick on this page. I'm like, yo, why is this like so low key?
Yeah, single photo, no followers.
Yeah, Ceston, open this up though. I just want to.
Did you link it?
Yeah.
No, G-Town podcast, bro.
This one?
There you go. Yeah, just open that link up right there.
Okay, hold on. You'll see it right here.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
Yo, this guy's hacking, dude. He's got the
I saw that
going on.
Exactly, but
it is me.
I saw this Instagram page, and I was like, yo, is that Nick though?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is this Instagram page so secluded? I'm like, why is this like so off? And then I'm so curious, Nick, what is this?
Yeah. So No Gods Left, or NGL, is pretty much my homie's brand. We're just trying to start like something else for him because like he does help with what I do, but I feel like we needed another outlet for him to create his own brand and his own voice, you know what I mean? To sell product and share his ideas, because for me, like, I hold Skulpist really dearly to my heart, so I design everything, print everything myself.
For sure.
So I think that there needed to be another outsource for my homie to like, you know, share his ideas and stuff like that. So his name, No Gods Left, just came up before we had like we had a really edgy name before. But we decided to scrap it. I don't think he'd be cool with me dropping it or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. But we had another brand name, but No Gods Left is just like No Gods Left. Like, what do you do after, you know what I mean? Like, last man standing, like, fend for yourself. That's what it is.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, survival of the fittest.
Was that name something that he came up with?
Yeah, it's something he came up with on his own. Yeah. So,
we got an online question.
Yeah.
Lindsay asks, Nick, what's your nationality?
What's my nationality? I'm Lao. So, Laotian. So, if you guys don't know, Laos is the landlocked country between Vietnam and Thailand. Yeah, so I'm not from there. I wasn't born there, but my parents are from there and raised full Lao. my mom and my dad. So
Yeah, I spelled that right though, right?
yeah, Sihalathavong. That's correct. Yeah.
Laos last names are long, man. Some of them are really short. Some of them are long as hell.
Because mine's 13 letters, 5 syllables, and my cousin's is 15 and 7 syllables or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How do you pronounce your last name?
So you can break it up into 5 parts. It's like
Alright.
Sihalathavong.
Oh, okay.
Sihalathavong.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
One more time.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Can't toy with this last name, man.
I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
No.
Sihalathavong. Yeah.
Wow.
But you were born in BC.
Yeah, I was born in BC. I was born in Vancouver, but I was pretty much born and raised in G-Town.
Cool.
So actually, funny story is that like right beside Guilford Park, my grandma used to live beside Guilford Park, and my aunt owned the house right behind my grandma's house. So it's like if you open like the back gates, you could literally just cross, go back and forth and stuff.
Oh, hey.
So you can imagine like lit ass like family parties and shit. So it's like jump from house to house.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but that's how I grew up. Like I grew up in G-Town. Like even like one Christmas I went to go to like Fatah Bay just to eat with my grandpa for like Christmas or something, you know what I mean? So it's really tight, like all times. It's a good spot. Like I love Guilford to death, so.
So Nick would have block parties every day.
Yo,
Yeah.
shit. That's what I got.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Guilford too.
Yeah.
Well, basically in Surrey.
Yeah.
I moved around a lot in Surrey.
Mhm.
I first started out. Oh no. I actually started out in Guilford,
Yeah.
and then I moved out to Delta, and then back to Newton, back to Delta, and then back to Guilford, and that's where I currently live right now in the Guilford place.
Yeah.
Growing up in these different regions of Surrey can be very
Yeah.
enlightening in a way, because you get a taste of all the cultures in every sector. In Newton, predominantly there's more Punjabi people.
Yeah.
I grew up with mostly Punjabi people. They're great, love it.
Dang.
Very exploding culture. I love to say.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I remember this. I used to go to MJ Norris Elementary School, which is in Newton. Yeah, in Newton. Sorry. They would take Vasaki up, which is pretty cool.
That's ill, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
crazy.
yeah, so
that's actually
nuts.
when it was Vasaki,
Yeah.
right? I apologize if I'm saying it incorrectly, but every time it was Vasaki, most of the kids inside the school were gone. So it was actually just like myself, and this was the classroom, like 5 people in the class. I'm
That's
like,
it.
"Whoa."
That's small.
What would you guys do during class?
I don't know. We just continued.
No, the
with our
teacher's
stuff.
gone for Vasaki too. Class isn't in session, yo. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Cause I went to school in Newton too, but I
HBCU.
never had any of
Any of
that
that.
because I went to a private school or a Catholic school. So most of the people there are
Yo.
white or Filipino.
That's my boy. I think that's my boy Evan.
Hey,
Actually,
what's
Let's
good?
go.
people
Shouts to
call
Evan.
Shouts to Evan.
shout out to Evan. That guy actually, man. Hopefully he's still watching. But
Yeah.
he actually, I used to. If you guys remember, like I used to rap in high school and stuff, right? And I used to
I
make
remember.
music. Yeah. You remember? So I used to make music and stuff. And I was talking to Evan. I was talking to him, and I think I think about it. It resonates in my head a lot. And I was like, yo, like. I'm such a weird guy, like I'm Asian and like I'm doing this and like I'm not really, you know what I mean, this and that. He's like, yo, he told me, he's like, yo, like there's no prototype. Like there's no one person you need to model yourself after. Not every rapper is like this, right?
Yeah.
Not every artist is like this, so it's like
Wow.
you need to do your own wave. So
Damn, that's
yeah,
a positive
that's cool.
thing.
you gotta
That's
think
good.
positive thinking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's no
yeah.
prototype. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to design yourself to be like
Yeah.
someone else,
Yeah.
right? So
It's like original thinking too. Not only is it a positive, it's like with that mindset you can go so far, right?
Yeah.
Because then you don't
Yeah.
worry about molding to whatever you think you should be, instead of like you should just mold to whatever you feel like you want to be. You know what I mean?
exactly, just
Yeah.
being yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it'll carry you
Exactly.
to do whatever you want to
Exactly.
do.
No, that's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool how he told you that.
Yeah,
Because like
straight up.
a lot of people don't really hear that, and
Mhm.
it's like it's nice to hear to like be your own individual. You
Yeah.
know? Like just like no one's like you. You know,
Yeah.
like you can be different. And,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because and I had I was watching something before too from another interview from some guy, and he's just like, yeah, like I think the times have changed where it's like everyone's cool, you know what I mean? Like you might not be the same as this other person, but in their own realm, like they're cool, you know what I mean? Doing their own stuff and this and that. So it's like, you can't really hate on anyone because like they're just trying to live their own life, bro. Like
that's actually facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who are you to be a hater when someone else is trying to do them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
true.
be your own self, like
and don't hate on nobody.
Yeah,
shit like that.
straight up. But yeah, people of cult. I'm pretty sure that's Evan, my boy Evan Holt. I hope. But yeah, shout out to him. He helped me a lot. He gave me like software to like edit my music and mix and master.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So
what software were you using? Like, there's like Fruity Loops where you can make beats.
Yeah, you can make beats.
That.
They had it.
Like
it's called
Auto-Tune.
Cool Edit Pro.
Yeah.
So it was like a software that they were using just to do like music production, recording and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I guess Adobe bought that program and just turned it to Adobe Edition. So yeah.
And then like you were mixing your own beats too, or
no,
were you just like rapping over like
I was just rapping
SoundCloud beats?
Yeah, like other people's beats, my homies' beats.
Yeah.
So my homie actually, we might, I don't know if we'll get into it, but the start of Skulpist and stuff is like my homie was a producer. Shout out to Kabir. Like I know that guy since like 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So he was always making beats or whatever. And I just got beats off him, just went over his beats and stuff.
That's crazy.
It was sick.
Nice.
Yeah. I pretty much like getting into graphic design, I was in a studio and stuff with like a lot of artists going in and out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A lot of things branched out. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how it starts.
When did you start? Making music or rapping or making beats? This is in high school? Or?
Yeah, I would say it's like high school.
Show that.
Yeah. I was really into just really into like poetry and stuff, like self-expression. I was really into writing. So I would do a lot of that, and then eventually I just like bought my own condenser USB microphone and like
just like
set up like a studio. I just like set up a foam box kind of situation like in my room, and like bought a mic stand and just record my stuff.
That's
because
nice.
like this it's I think how important it is to me. Self-expression is. Yeah. It's just like I have so much shit inside of me. It's like why can't I just show people?
Yeah.
Or just like put it out there, because it's like if people don't hear it, I'll still, whatever. And still I think I got like 600 plays like on one of my songs and shit. So that's cool. I got like 18 downloads or whatever. I'm like, like this is sick. And we're a young one, right? So yeah, people fuck with the shit, so
that's dope.
It's cool.
Do you still like dibble and dabble with making music or writing or anything like that?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah? I'm probably gonna release some kind of like EP project like this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm excited to hear that.
I'm trying to get my hands into everything, you know what I mean? Yeah. So music stuff, like I'm back.
That's really interesting, cause I didn't know that you make music like that.
Yeah.
Like I know that you like to express yourself, and I know you from like dance and like music, and now that you make shirts, it's like you're so creative, and like, you're not afraid to show yourself and like express yourself.
Exactly.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, man. It means a lot.
No,
yeah, because we came back from.
Sure. Don't change.
Just be yourself, yo. It's like who can tell me at the end of the day, like laying in bed, like yo, I'm still me. Like I didn't fake it for anyone. Like, yeah.
There's a lot of self-love in that.
It is a lot of self-love and knowing yourself too. I think like as a kid, I became like really self-aware of like things I did, or like, my actions have consequences. So like if I do this is gonna happen kind of thing. So once you become really, really self-aware about it, like you start to question like what you're doing and at what purpose, at what cost, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. I think just at a younger age I was a little bit more mature, and I just try to move as properly as I can, because eliminate hiccups and mistakes and stuff. Yeah.
We got a question from the homie Duncan. Duncan 3.
Duncan
Shout
3.
out.
My man.
His question is, what keeps you going on those days where you just like you're on your super low and you just want to give up? Like, what keeps you going?
Yeah, definitely. You must have those days.
Yeah, no, definitely. What keeps me going? I think it's like it's like my future. Like Skulpist is literally my artistic portfolio that I can show people. It's like, I made this shirt and I designed this by myself and I printed this myself. This is how I feel. And it goes to levels, because like you look at Skulpist as maybe like a face value kind of thing, but when I look back on it, it's like if I could show this to my kid, or if I had a garment, and then, you know, I gave it to him, and he's like, yeah, when I was younger, like, I made shirts and stuff, whatever. It's like those stories. It's like, because I actually do something and did something, I can actually tell people that I did it. Because these people that have ideas and they don't execute on it, they can't tell anyone anything because they're embarrassed.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? So it's like, I say, like, now for later kind of thing. So it's like, if I do it now, I'm gonna benefit after this. Like, even if I don't think about it, like, just plainly, just like doing things, it'll lead to something else. You know what I mean? So if I do Skulpist, what else am I gonna do after?
Yeah.
You know, make another brand or help someone else's
It'll
brand.
lead you into that without, like, you kind of, like, directly knowing why. It's like, it's kind of like how, what I take from you is, like, you're just a very creative person. Like, you've done music, you've been around that you know what it's like to push ideas out and have people liking it, you know what I mean? And then it's on to your next project, and it's on to your next project. Like, just like how you started with Skulpist and now you're with G-Town 604. You know? It's pretty interesting.
Exactly.
I like that. I respect that a lot.
Yeah, I really resonate with that.
Yeah.
Because, like, sorry.
I resonate with it, and I think a lot of people can too. Like, just the idea of self-expression, and just to be yourself, and just to have, like, one of our own from our own backyard doing it.
Exactly.
In every way, and, like, and with the 604 thing, and have other creatives put their ideas out there for, like, a kid who thought that, like, well, like, I want to do this, but, like, you know, like
they doubt
like,
themselves.
why? Yeah, they doubt themselves, and, like, well, why would I do it? You know,
Yeah.
and it's just, like, gives them a platform that we didn't have, where, you know, like, self-expression that we were afraid to say, or something like that.
And what I connect with is like when you mentioned that for the future, right? This is for your future.
Yeah.
And one of those things about the future, what I love about this little platform that we have right now is that we're creating memories at the same time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what I say.
How funny would it be when we're showing our kids that, hey, we used to run this.
Yeah, we do this.
Small
It's
little
like
podcast
how you
thing.
live in your moment is through your memory in a way, right? Like,
Exactly.
Like the moment where you want to create something else is because you created something already.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By that, it's just like, it's just part of the process. But the process is built on memories and ideas that you've actually put your hard work to.
Yeah.
And like that, it's just like how everyone should live their life, I think.
Yeah. So pretty much the motto behind Skulpist is the quote, like, exist in time.
Exactly.
Which stands, so what that stands for is, like,
present.
be present in the moment. So it's just like everything you do, it's all about self-awareness. Like, have you ever, like, just like, you can go the whole day and just chill and whatever, but you'll never know how many times you breathe because it's so natural to you.
Yeah.
So if you actually sit down and you just start breathing in and out, like, you know, you're going to remember, I feel like you're going to remember that moment so much better because you're actually consciously thinking about the inside of yourself.
Wow.
Like, breathing. Yeah.
That was woke right there. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
We gotta clip that. We gotta clip that.
No, that's true.
Yeah, but that's real shit. It's just like,
Yeah.
self-awareness is like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to carry yourself. Like, how much do you really care about right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that I'm here right now with the homies doing a podcast, that's monumental because that's like people with the same idea and, you know, wanting to execute and do something because it's really hard to find people to do it. Like I said before, like, too many excuses, right? If you hit me up, tell me what time to be somewhere, when, whatever, I'll be there. As long as, like, I know that you're driven, like, it's worth my time. You know what I mean? I could be, you know, doing some other shit, whatever, but I'd rather be here, like, presently talking to you guys about.
Exactly.
Respect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Respect.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah.
What else you got?
Dude, I want to pull up his Instagram. I want to do I want us to, like, all choose a piece.
Yeah.
And I want him to
Talk about it.
to talk about it, like what the process was, like, because some pieces, albeit they may be, like, more important to you than other pieces. I don't know how you think as a creative, but there's, like, other pieces that have different stories and I think a lot of us would like to hear it.
For sure.
The Skulpist one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just call it Skulpist,
And every piece that Nick's makes, it's exclusive. Once you can't if you don't buy it in that period,
Yeah, it's
Goes into the
it's kind of
vault.
gone. Yeah, it goes into the vault.
Goes into the
it's
vault.
vaulted.
Especially now because there's a lot of things that I've been testing. Because
Yeah.
before it was like, spring summer.
Yeah.
I had my first pop up, right, which was at What's Good Vintage, which is also
Spring
owned-
summer, what year, bro?
Spring summer, that must have been 2017. So that's my first collection.
Yeah. So like a
Um,
year and a half ago.
Yeah, and then I had that drop at my buddy's shop,
Yeah.
Carlo, he was in my grade,
Yeah.
and he graduated and disappeared for a little bit, came back, owned his own shop. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. That's like a really actual pinnacle of like someone keeping their head down, laying low,
Yeah.
and then coming out of the woodwork and just being like, "Yo, like look what I got." You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
Exactly. So it was really cool to do that. So the first time that I had my first collection, I pre-made all the shirts and I pretty much sold all of them, right? But I still had some left over. So it's like, I still have left over. Yeah. So what am I gonna do with this? And I can't move it anymore because no one's interested in it. So then I would move on to like made to order. So everyone that would order, I would just make it. And I realized like that's way too much work.
Yeah. It's
for
a lot
what
of
I
work.
have to do.
Yeah.
So now for me, it's just like I'm going back to the drawing board and just like make a certain amount of pieces and then just push it all out. Once
Yeah.
it's gone, it's gone. And now it's like with the deliveries too, it's like you don't gotta wait 3-4 months for the next drop.
Yeah.
Give it like 2-3 weeks and you're
Yeah,
gonna have
and then
new-
there's new stuff,
new stuff to do,
new
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
And then how what kind of like rotation are you trying to get like the deliveries to work at, or like whatever pace you're done at is whatever delivery you're
Yeah.
gonna put out.
I think so. So that's the other test too. So now
Yeah.
it's just like if I can actually concentrate and work at a speed where
Yeah.
it's steady, then I'll just do it at a steady rate.
Yeah.
But if it's spotty, then that's just what it is, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's,
Because
it's- This is me, like as an artist and designer, testing
yeah,
and figuring it out.
it's not easy to come
It's
up
not
with art.
easy,
It,
yeah.
it isn't. That's a lot of the things that people underestimate with clothing in general. Is like they think that it's so easy just to come up with an original design. I'm sure you have drafts that you just scrap.
Yeah.
You're like
Don't-
not good enough, scrap.
Yeah.
But like bigger companies like the Hundreds or whatever, they have what people don't know is they have like more than a handful of designers on hand pushing out either garbage or actual like good art, right?
Yeah.
So take it from a person that likes a lot of clothes and likes a lot of designs and stuff. I respect that because you're the only one that kind of like judges your work and knows what is good
Yeah.
to put out on your site.
Exactly.
So everything that you make is to your standard.
Exactly.
You know, and I respect that.
Thank you, man. It means
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, self-awareness, self-critical, like being self-critical. It's really important because like only you know what you want, right? It's really difficult to listen to everyone that has an opinion. It's like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But at the end of the day, it's like, will you be happy releasing what other people want versus what you want? So
Exactly.
that's- Yeah, it's picking and choosing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all picking and choosing.
Should we put Instagram up?
Yeah, let's open up that Instagram, mate.
Yeah. There's a lot of you guys can pick and choose.
Yeah,
scroll
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Well,
Let's just go back to the panel. Yeah, and let's just scroll down and see what.
How deep are your archives? You have this stuff still?
everything. Oh no! Scroll to the very bottom.
Yeah, yeah,
Scroll to the very
start
bottom.
from the
I shot actually those photos here.
Really?
I swear to God.
Wow.
I swear to God.
That's crazy.
And I just chopped the walls like with all the holes and stuff. But I actually shout out to Carlos Morales. He's the one that shot it here. Yeah.
Here?
Straight up, literally right here on that wall.
That's
Oh,
nuts.
I swear to God.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
actually,
nuts.
you guys can't tell, but it's the white wall. You know what I mean?
That's the one I'm rocking right now.
Yeah.
That's the one
Show
I'm
it off.
rocking.
Show it off.
He's wearing the goose.
Take off the goose. Take off the
Dude, I
goose.
show it.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
I want you to explain this piece.
Yeah.
Because I think there's like, is it like a double entendre where like there's like a double meaning to it? Like, where, like it's the slang service or
Yeah.
or like what kind of like meaning do you
The-
have towards it?
The way I see it is that like.
Because
you-
everyone will have a view
Yeah.
different to yours, right?
Yeah, for sure. So my view on slang service is like, getting someone else to do the dirty work for you.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean, like no one wants to do it, and there's something about like Surrey or the Guildford where it always happens, like everyone's getting killed, you know what I mean, so that's why it's like it's really specific, like the address and stuff is like just in our hood, like 152, you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean. So it's it's quite specific, and you can have your own idea about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, slang service is like, we'll do it for you. You know, you don't want to do it, like, we'll do it for you. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Okay.
Because
Is that a real phone number in the back?
is that a real phone number? No, bro, I don't know whose phone number.
Yeah. Oh,
Whose phone
Don't
number
even
is
tell
that,
me.
yo?
Don't even tell me. I have no idea.
Savage.
Yeah. I'm just like,
I
whatever.
don't have a slang service.
I need this body. You're like, what?
Yeah, but that's that one.
A quick question about the hat.
Mm-hmm.
How is it made? Like, it's obviously threaded here,
Yeah.
but then like how is that? You don't make that yourself?
No.
These hats, right?
No, I don't. So there is a store in Vancouver, Great West Graphics.
Uh-huh.
So they do all the hats. They supply the blanks as well.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Bombardier.
Yeah.
Bombarded.
So that first one actually is on just like a fitted cap
Mhm.
because I really like
I
baseball
remember.
fitted caps. Yeah. But the thing was that like the range of sizes, it was really off because I did it like 50-50, but most people wanted the bigger size and it was left with small sizes, so it was like really crazy. So I just released the hat because I really love it, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So now I just put it on like a new era strap back
Mm-hmm.
because it's adjustable, anyone can wear it. The embroidery is specific because it's called puff embroidery, so that's why like it comes out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Versus
Yeah.
just like laying flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And puff embroidery is for a lot of like you see baseball teams and stuff. They have it a lot for their hats as well. So I didn't want it to look basic at all. I was
Yeah,
down to
for
pay
sure.
the extra.
How did you have to? What's the process of like puffing it out? Like, do they like
there's,
let
like-
you know how far out you can have it and stuff like that, or is it
No,
just like
I think it's just like the way that they separate it.
Yeah.
Because like this is the start and end of one piece, right?
Yeah.
So I pretty much had it separated in all the bones and stuff.
okay?
So they would just put like a piece of foam under it.
Yeah.
So it's
They
the
embroider
camera.
on top.
Show this to the camera.
Yeah. So they embroider like on top of it or whatever. And there's like a piece of fabric under the threads,
Mhm.
so it puffs up. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So
It's pretty dope.
yeah, it's pretty dope. Got it all done there. And this, I'm really happy with this because it's New Era branded too.
Yeah.
Really high quality. And then I give my mom and pops like, and they wear it too. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's sick. It's super dope to me. Yeah, Skulpist hats, New Era that way.
Next piece.
Yeah, you guys can ask about anything.
Or choose the pieces that you guys are wearing right now. Like, or there's like other specific pieces that you guys want to talk about. Or like the process of choosing. I'm curious about the process of choosing models for your shoots.
Yeah.
Even.
Shout out to Aaron. Let's
yeah,
open
shout
that
out to
right
Aaron.
there.
So
That's what's up.
even some of these people are just homies, right? Like
Yeah.
Aaron, like
Yeah.
I gave him the shares. Like he's like, yo, like I'm gonna go shoot this. I'm like, alright, cool. Like I'll just post it back up and whatever. So
I remember that day.
I have your photos too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just getting homies and stuff. A lot of close people like Hoodrich is there, so he's a G-Town rapper. So since I've been going to since I was younger, I was pretty much designing album cover and like single cover graphics out in the studio out in Burnaby. And he would come in and out because my buddy was like his producer pretty much. So he would come in and out and we'd link and
Show
we'd
the
talk.
one with Hood Rich. Then.
Yeah.
That one was a good shoot too.
Yeah, so that one on the yeah, you can shoot that one, yeah. Yeah, so this is just like he's straight up just like my OG.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And he like so pretty much what happened is like the first time I got paid off mixtape artwork or like single cover artwork was Hood.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, here's $40. Like
Yeah.
thanks for the artwork. I was like, oh shit, like I can make money off of this, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why it just started. This whole thing was like, if I can make money off something that I really enjoy making on the computer and like, you know, I'm having fun and I got paid for that, then what else can I make?
That's sick.
You know what I mean?
That's sick.
So it's really impactful. Honestly, I owe it a lot to like, to Hood,
Yeah.
because he sold me. He used to have the printing press that I use actually for
Yeah.
Skulpist
Oh,
right now.
hey.
Yeah. So
Right.
he used to own that because he wanted to make his own merch, but he just didn't end up using it or whatever. And
Damn, that's
yeah, he
sick.
sold it to me. He slid
Yeah.
it to me like on the low, so I
Yeah.
paid not too much for it, and
Yeah.
it helped skyrocket everything.
Wow.
That's
so
crazy.
thanks to Hoodrich.
Wow.
Let's see this
Straight up.
IG vid.
Yeah, you can watch this.
So this is the process of you making shirts, right? Or...
Yeah. So this is like a process of me making shirts, setting stuff up.
That's the garage, eh?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the
sir.
lab.
That's the
Yeah,
lab.
the lab.
It's the lab.
He only cooks.
today was actually my first time seeing it. So aside from seeing it from live IG, but
Is it still your process?
No, it's changed.
Yeah, it's changed.
I've updated it a little bit.
Yeah.
To optimize it and stuff. But yeah, it is. This is very nostalgic to me, actually.
Yeah.
Looking at this stuff, yeah.
Very well done.
Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to the homie that helped me out. I haven't talked to him in a minute. Actually, I don't think that he does any more video work.
Oh really?
But yeah, he killed it, yo.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things that's like people reach out to me and say that they want to work, and it's not even just me reaching out to people. It's like people that actually have an interest in creating something. It's like let's get it. Let's do it up.
That's cool, man.
Okay. Let's see if there's one more piece on there. And
I'm looking at.
I want to ask
right
another
now.
thing.
There's one that was really the one that I really remember was the bending time.
This one right there.
A Bend in Time?
Yeah.
Aaron, you showed me this one. You both showed me this. I remember this one.
This is your first collection, had to be.
This is the fall/winter of 2017. Yeah, so a bend in time comes from, it's just like a time manipulation. Let's say, like, for example, that you're so concentrated on one thing and you're so focused on the task that time doesn't even matter anymore. You know what I mean? You look at the clock and you're like, let's say I start screen printing at 2 and I keep working, and suddenly it's like 12, like 12 a.m. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? It's so late, but you don't think about it because you're so focused on the task. So a bend in time is just like the switch. You think that 10 minutes is 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is actually,
10 hours.
Like 10 hours or whatever, that kind of thing. So it's just like, it's just like a switch, if you can imagine, like bending time. And the thing about that is that, like, it goes back to existent time, which is like, if you're so focused on doing what you're actually doing at the moment, then why does anything else matter? You know what I mean? Because you're so focused on doing what you're doing at hand and doing it properly that, timing doesn't really... At that point, timing doesn't mean anything.
Well,
damn.
Speaking of time, we actually passed the 1 hour mark, so
right.
What's good? This is the first hour of the G-Town podcast.
Yeah.
Woo!
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Cool. First hour.
Do you have, aside from, do you have any inspirations? Aside from, like, the love of, like, your parents, or, like, doing this from yourself, is there anyone that, like, a design that you look at, is there another person, role models out there that, like, that you collect that energy from and just, like, put it to work?
I think, like
we know you're a creative guy.
Yeah.
Like you do things on your own. But do you have any of them though?
Yeah, like I take from a lot of areas, like especially, I think, like, you can see it from here, especially like the last season that I did, like the anime thing. It's just, things that I love, like anime that I love or really speaks to me. You know what I mean? So it's like pop culture, and designers, I guess, like Nigo, obviously from Babe. Even what he's doing with like Human Made is really crazy too. Just like what really set me off to screen printing was his story about Bape and how he screen printed his own shirts too, and then how he worked with like Jun Takahashi with Undercover and stuff, and they just came up together like supporting each other, but they're on different realms. So one guy's doing streetwear, but one guy also does like t-shirts and streetwear, but he also does like runway like men's and women's like high-end fashion and stuff. So it's like there's so many spectrums and levels. It's like this guy would, like, Nigo would walk out with like his BBC chains or whatever, and then you see Jun like on the side. Like, I didn't learn about Jun Takahashi until like 5-6 years ago.
Those are legends of
but these are legends of streetwear, right? And these are like the New Blood versus like Rei Kawakubo and like how do you say Hiroshi Fujiwara, you know what I mean? Like these guys paved the way, and these are the students of the game that now we're learning from, you know what I mean? So the way that they design and their process and stuff is really impactful to me. Even like Skate Thing, the designer for Kev right now, and he used to design for like BBC, Bape, Ice Cream, all that stuff. So it's just like graphics, t-shirt graphics are really cool to me. You know what I mean? I don't really look up to like, I don't know, whatever, Fear of God or like Kanye West. I couldn't really give a fuck less. But it's just like I think quality and time is like the most important thing, and it being just really how do you say, like
about
natural.
yourself.
Yeah, just like on your own. You know what I mean? Like when Nego figured out that's like, oh, the market is changing, let's sell Bape and, you know, start something else. Like, you can respect it. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. People change. And like I was saying before when we were in the car, it's like, how can you be mad? Like, the only constant thing in life is change. So how can you be mad at someone changing? You know what I mean? So people will always evolve and adapt and, you know, figure their own way out. So that's just me right now, because the way that like Nego and June did it was like they just started off from the bottom and now look where they are. You know what I mean? At the top of like Japanese fashion and all that kind of thing. So
for sure.
yeah, levels and time and patience. That's what it is. So
Shoes. You ever think about making shoes?
Do I ever think about making shoes? Not really, man. Honestly, I want to make like Vans or like slides or something.
Oh yeah,
Just
where
like,
you just press your arm on
I just
it,
print my own graphic.
Not like
all
silhouettes
stuff.
making.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do patterns and stuff. I just want to have graphics printed on whatever, this and that. But shoes is a difficult thing. That's not my realm. Like, it would be interesting to do, make my own sneaker or something like that.
Yeah.
But just levels, bro. Like, I'm not at that.
Yeah.
I'm not at that level.
There's levels to everything.
Yeah. I think what was really cool, a cool sneaker that CDG did with Nike was like the Air Force Ones.
Oh, the broken. Was it the one where they split the Nike logo? Or?
No, not that one. There's one where it's like, it's a print with like the eye on it, and I think they screen printed it on like the side of the shoe.
Oh.
Which I thought was really cool. I was like, yo, like, I could screen print on Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that piece actually. I didn't actually get to see that piece.
Mhm.
What's it called?
I think they're just CDG Air Force Ones. They'll probably show up. Maybe if you search eyes as well, it'll show up.
Do you have
Yeah,
any...
the first one's there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But do you have any favorite music artists right now?
You show the one with the broken
That
swoosh.
was, yeah, I love that graphic. But what was the other one?
The one we go up. Yo, that
Oh,
one was
yeah.
sick. Yeah,
Yes,
that
yep,
one was my favorite
That was
shoe.
pretty tight too.
Yeah, where they split the swoosh.
Yeah.
I think that one was
I
sick.
just moved it. Hi from 152. What's up, yo? How's it going? Favorite artist right now? Man, last couple of months I've been listening to Lil Peep. I mean, he's dead. Rest in peace to Lil Peep.
Yeah,
but
rest in peace.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to all the rappers
Yeah.
that passed too.
I think I myself, as of recently, just been listening to more like emo rap, like Suicide Boys or whatever.
Yeah, Suicide
like,
Boys.
Yeah, just because for me, I gravitate towards that more.
Yeah.
Versus just like regular hip hop now.
What about Triple X? You busted Triple X too, right?
Yeah. XXX was like, he was really cool.
Yeah, he's got that style.
Yeah.
Trippy.
Mhm.
Kind. He moved it to mainstream now, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I like Wi-Fi's Funeral. If you guys know Wi-Fi's Funeral.
No, I never heard.
Yeah, he works with like, he's from Florida. He works with Rob Banks. If you guys know Rob Banks.
Rob Banks.
Yeah, so they're on tour. They're gonna go on tour.
Oh, that's crazy.
So Wi-Fi is crazy. There's a new artist. His name's Steven Moses. He's just like a emo. He's like an emo rapper.
Yeah.
But he's got like crazy flow.
Nice.
You guys should look into it after.
Yeah.
He's super sick, but not too many like new artists.
Low pumps.
No, I don't keep up with like the Lil Pumps, 6ix9ines.
Because you have like this specific genre that you like.
Yeah.
Personally, I fucks with the Lil Pumps and Lil
Yeah.
I love the memes on Instagram. That's why I keep up. But the music's aight, but
Rich loves Bad Baby.
yo, Bad Baby's sick too. Let's see. We got. I guess to like start going towards the end of it, we'll ask you a series of questions.
Mm-hmm.
So for as far as your brand and your image as yourself too, what was the hardest part about building yourself Skulpist? Because as you grow, you like to further to help you understand the question I'm asking, it's like to build something for yourself is like there's gonna be obstacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just curious to what kind of obstacles you faced throughout the time that you built yourself up and your brand Skulpist and whatever projects that you started.
Obstacles?
Yeah, or like hardships and stuff like that, if you had any.
For a minute, I wasn't working like a part-time job.
Yeah.
So I was just like pretty much depending on drops just to feed myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
Straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like one of the starving artist situations. So not having enough money to create product is like really tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you really want to drop something and make something, whatever. So there's that. Other hardships. Just I think like gatekeepers. A lot of people like don't want to share information and like help out. So I think that's one of the things like I'm really against is like people keeping info to themselves and you know not helping a scene grow or something like that.
So as far as like gatekeeping, like something along the lines of like, hey, like how do I get my t-shirt made or stuff like that, or like you faced those type of gatekeepers?
Yeah, just like not a lot, but there were like some people that would keep to themselves and not answer. But there was definitely a lot of people that helped like open doors and stuff to you know figuring things out because I would help them in hand. So we would just like trading information and stuff.
It's all part of the process.
Exactly. So one of my big things is like I want to start just a new platform or a new section of Skulpist where it's called Trade Secrets. So the play on words of trade secrets is like trade secrets obviously just means like industry secrets that no one knows, you know what I mean? If only if you're in it you can tell. But the way that I perceive that is like trade secrets, like tell people what they don't know, you know what I mean? Because that's the only way that people can grow and expand, you know, their like train of thought and whatever. So I think that that's really important. Just being able to share ideas. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to stop being a problem. I want that to be easier for other people to learn. Because if you ask me, like, I'll tell you straight up. It's like, yo, if you want to make a shirt, like, I can go teach you make a shirt. But the thing is that people won't follow up. So I'll extend a hand, but people are just not going to bring their hand out.
Yeah, that's why some people become those gatekeepers. Right? They're afraid of helping young guns, and then the young guys
having them take over
and then forget about what like how you started and stuff like that. Right?
That's interesting.
Which is like it's a double perspective, right?
That's interesting because you would think that the person who helped you would remember.
Exactly.
The person who showed you the ropes, right? Instead of like worrying about the other guy taking over. You know? It's
a conflict of perspectives. I feel like
it's interesting.
It's because like even though that someone might have gotten the help, they also created it themselves in a way too, right? So like it's just about like who you believe you owe the deed to, right? That's what it is at the end of the day. I believe that everyone wants to help and wants to like give back, but at what cost, right?
Exactly.
Is the thing.
That's what I say. At what cost? Like seriously, like just like so many levels. So many fucking levels, but at that same time it's like you learn from the mistakes. Like the reason why Skulpist started was because I had another brand in like right out of high school, whatever, and I was in charge of designing it and whatever and just making the graphics, and then someone else was screen printing them like from Vancouver, and then like the manager was in charge of you know, giving it to people and selling the merch and stuff, right? But he didn't work on his part, and I did my job. So it's like there's a miscommunication. It's like I'm pulling my weight, but you're not. So it's like I learned that if you want to do it, you need to do it yourself. Period. Off top, like DIY. Like you can't depend on anyone else because no one's gonna hand it to you. It's not that easy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you really need to watch your own self.
The process of even finding someone that's on the same like wavelength and same like belief of your idea is just like so crazy, right? It's just like it's just kind of hard to it's kind of very difficult to find someone
and even
that believes
after
the same
finding
thing.
somebody, like executing it is like another
story, thing.
Right?
Exactly.
It's
like you can have like two guys say that. I fucks with this idea.
Do that.
Let's do it. But when they get to doing it, when the process becomes in motion, that's where it all fucking falls in jam.
Right.
Like,
They're
you know
like,
what I mean?
yeah, they're like, oh, like I can't link it this time, or like
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
this to
yeah,
do,
yeah,
whatever. It's
that's
like
right.
you need to set your priorities on what you really want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Other roadblocks, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest, because I think about that question a lot. It's like, oh, what's stopping me? Nothing's stopping me, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I love
I
to
think
hear.
it's yourself,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like if you're not stopping yourself, no one is.
exactly. So no one can say
So
like,
one guy stopping you.
yeah,
Yeah.
The man in the mirror.
Yeah, the man in the
straight
mirror,
up.
exactly.
So it's just like when I think back about even my music shit or whatever,
Yeah.
it's just like when I think back on it, it's like I never had a hater, yo. Like no one's been like, don't do that,
Yeah.
don't do this.
Yeah.
And even if someone
Yeah.
did, like I'm not listening. Like I'm
Yeah.
not paying attention, no
Yeah.
mind, because I already know what I want
Yeah.
and I'm doing what I want to do.
That's
So
cool.
you can fuck off. Like it doesn't
Exactly.
add to anything to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So as long as you know and you're aware of what you want to do,
Yeah.
then nothing matters.
You got
right?
this laser focus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly,
I
because-
want this thing, and I'm gonna do it this way without nobody telling me how to do it,
I admire that.
why I'm doing it, or whatever.
Yeah.
As long as I know, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good mindset. Man.
Yeah, it's just like you need to feel invincible,
Yeah.
because when you feel like you can get killed or get touched, it's like
Yeah.
you lose that mindset,
Exactly.
right? So you need to feel like no one can touch you, like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. And one of those things is like you don't need to look over your shoulder and see what everyone else is eating, because why does it matter? Like
Yeah,
even
it
you know what I
doesn't-
mean?
It doesn't make your food any better.
Yeah, it doesn't make your food any better.
Yeah.
If then it'll even
Make it
if
makes
you
it
do,
worse.
it makes it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Right?
Because you're eating yours,
Yeah.
and you're not
Yeah, right?
appreciating
Yeah.
yours
That's
right,
for
that's
yours,
Yeah,
right?
you're like, oh, I wish I had more. Or I
Yeah,
wish I
yeah,
had
yeah.
this. It's
So
like,
you're eating with your head turned that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you need to. That's the focus
Yeah.
and awareness of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this moment right now. It's like, oh man, like I don't like what I'm eating right
Yeah.
now, but this shit's gonna help me live.
Exactly.
And eventually, I'm gonna be able to eat what he's eating. You know?
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like all levels.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
levels. Like yeah.
That's a good mindset.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Speaking of food, what's your favorite food?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My favorite food.
Well, like what kind of like.
Wow.
What kind of cuisine do you like Japanese or whatever? Like Surrey doesn't have that much
I know,
different
in terms
types
of
of food. You
Yeah,
gotta go
we-
to like Vancouver and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
We have all random stuff. Oh man, for food.
Favorite Laos food. There we go.
Favorite Laos food? Laos food, I really like. There's a thing called, it's like papaya salad. I don't know,
Okay.
you guys might know it, but we call it tamaku. So it's like,
Oh, papayas.
yeah, it's like papaya salad, and
Yeah.
you cut it up and you add like fish sauce and peppers and all this shit.
It's like similar to Vietnamese food.
yeah, it's really similar to
yeah.
Vietnamese food. A lot of herbs
Yeah.
and spices and stuff.
Since you're like in between,
Yeah.
since Laos is in between like Thailand and Vietnam, you kind of have like
I
a mix
take,
of
we're taking both. and-
So you guys got like noodle dishes,
Yeah.
like pad thai and stuff like that. That's crazy. I have yet to try Laos food.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Laos spots, honestly. But yeah, hella, yeah, tamaku,
Yeah.
there you go.
You big
So
fan
that's
of Thai
what's up.
food?
Thai food, it's like same but different to
Yeah.
Lao food. It's like a little sweeter. Some of the stuff's like a little sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it. All food is food.
Food is food.
Have you ever been back to Laos?
Yeah, I have. I went back maybe like 3 years ago.
It's tiny, though.
I'm actually going back in April.
That's
April?
great.
Yeah.
you
So Lao New Year's.
Yeah, bring the merch, bro.
Yeah, you already know,
Yeah.
yo. I got Skulpist slides, like a bunch of them, so I'm gonna just like, you know,
We international.
sauce everyone. And it's gonna be sick. For sure.
That's cool.
That's nuts.
Just going with family for New Year's.
Family, I'm going with my cousins and stuff. What's your favorite restaurant in Surrey? Honestly,
You like vegetarian time?
Nah, it's not my favorite.
Yeah. That's a question for everyone.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Really?
Favorite restaurant?
I'm thinking maybe like Phở Tập Bai.
yeah.
I really fucks with Vietnamese food.
Uh-huh.
Or even like Sushi King George.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Probably the best sushi.
I couldn't honestly pinpoint
Yeah,
one spot.
yeah.
Like,
It's
Bubble World's tight
gun
too.
in my head, like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Bubble World's pretty tight too, though.
Yeah.
I fucks with that.
OG Bubble Roll.
How about you?
Yeah, yeah.
Gun to your head.
Yeah,
What's your
yeah,
favorite
Yeah,
restaurant?
yeah,
Favorite
one
restaurant.
restaurant, bro.
One restaurant, eh?
I'm trying to.
In Surrey,
Yeah,
eh?
sorry.
Fuck, man. Nagoya.
Yeah.
Nagoya,
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody knows
Top
that spot, Nagoya Sushi.
Dude, the Nagoya lady, she's an
Hello,
MVP.
hi.
Yeah.
One more time.
Hello, hi. How many?
Jeez.
Nagoya's, man.
Shout out to that restaurant, man. Those crazy rolls, man. Those cheap crazy rolls. Oh,
That's
Oh, the
spot.
deep fried ones too, bro.
yeah. I'm a sucker for those.
Yo,
Deep-
what happened
deep
to
fried-
that? Sorry, cut you.
No, no, deep fried
What-
rolls, anything.
Yeah. What happened to that sushi restaurant? That was like at the bottom of Guildford, where like the meat shop was. That
Dude.
shit was.
Oh! My homie's mom used to own that spot.
Yeah.
actually.
Word.
Yeah, dead. Yeah, straight up.
That's
The
crazy.
meat
The one where Lord Coat was, right?
Oh.
In the
yeah.
pet shop?
Shoot.
Yeah.
It just
yeah.
closed because they closed it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, they opened a new spot, new sushi restaurant in Langley.
Samba.
Yeah, Samba Sushi.
Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to Rick. Yo.
Yeah, shout out to Rick.
Shout out to Rick.
That's the only thing I'll shout him out for.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sushi, Rick. Appreciate it.
watching?
I don't know, but he might have to.
Don't watch, man. Don't watch.
Are we gonna wrap up soon? I forgot. I have
Yeah.
one question for you.
Yeah, ask
Before
for
I
sure.
go. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to know what the handle, what does this mean to you? Last place winner.
Oh, last place winner. Last place winner. It comes from actually a Facebook comment from like this rapper I used to follow from like Orlando or something. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna call this my album name," and he never dropped the album, so I just took it. So that was my handle. That was my name for my first EP that I dropped.
Oh.
But last place winner is just like yeah, like you can't lose. You know what I mean? Last place winner is like, even though you're last place, you still got
Yeah.
something. Like at least you
Yeah.
played. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
Kind of like, don't count yourself out.
yeah, don't
Yeah,
count yourself
yeah,
out. Like,
yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
like, you've been given the opportunity. It's just like,
Yeah.
yo, man, at least I got last place.
Yeah.
Like at least I tried my best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You came short, but you still came.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, you still showed up.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
And that's what I felt like
Mm.
when I started like getting into art. It was like second grade, and I drew some like Dragon Ball mural on like the blackboard or something.
Mhm.
And then I was like, yo, like this is so sick, whatever. And then one of my classmates, like, I went to the washroom and one of my classmates like erased it and did his own
Wow.
thing, like, some Harry Potter situation. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, like, what the hell? Blah blah. I got pissed, and it was just like, it sucks that it got removed, and I feel like my work was kind of like not cared for. But like at least when I think back on it, like in hindsight, it's like at least I got to do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like the last place winner is like, oh, at that moment I cried, but you think about it, it's like, oh, like at least you know that you did it. Like you're winning in some kind of way. Got to express myself. So there's just that's like one of my first artistic like stories.
I like that quote a lot.
Last
Yeah,
place
last-
winners.
Yeah,
right?
me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, I fucks with that. Yeah.
That's why I asked them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was my last
yeah.
question.
You mentioned you drew Dragon Ball?
Yeah. So I just drew like little figures. Like second grade, I just drew like little. You got Krillin circle with like
Yeah.
6 dots on his head. You got like straight eyes, whatever. So I was really into Dragon Ball like when I was a kid and growing up.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, I was just like, it's just a lot of influence, like a lot of art stuff. Like when I was actually in when I was in the first grade, my friends, like one of my classmates, his mom used to work at the Syria Arts Gallery, and I actually got a chance to do like printing. So this is actually my first time printing, first grade, okay? And then there's like a fish, and like you paint on the fish, and then you get a piece of paper, and then you press on it, and then once you remove it, you get an imprint of the fish. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So that was my first time printing, and actually there was, I think it was the leader or something, they took photos or whatever, so I got in the newspaper. So like, the next day that I went to school, people were like, yo Nick, I saw your newspaper. So that was like my first taste of like, being recognized for what you do, like art.
Wow.
It's such a small thing, but like
Yeah.
I think shout out to my moms. Always shout out to mom. Is like she brought me there and it
Yeah.
opened up the opportunity for me to do something cool like that.
Exactly.
So that's like my start. I'm still trying to find that photo.
That's cool.
But-
Yo, those archives.
Yeah, they're archived
Do
somewhere.
you have
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a copy of that newspaper?
No, I think we threw it a long time ago. But if I contact like Surrey Archives, like we'll have it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's on the
100%.
web or in like the local libraries.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
it's easy to
pinpoint
pinpoint
the
the
day,
year,
yeah.
but it's hard to pinpoint the day and
Yeah,
month, right?
exactly.
And it's out there.
Yeah, but it's out there.
Sorry,
do you have, like, aside from Dragon, was that your favorite anime at the time? Like,
Dragon Ball?
Like, right now, what's your favorite anime?
Man, my favorite anime right now, I'm pretty, like, behind right now. I don't watch a lot, but My Hero Academia is, like, pretty tight. Because like, yo, yeah. This guy's, what a legend, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's perkless, and, like, Mans comes up, and he's like, yo, man, here's my powers, like, boom, inherit this, and, you know. And he, like, believes, like, that's self-belief. Bro, this guy, like, clean up the garbage and, like, in the beach and stuff, and just, like, over time, you keep working at it, and eventually you grow strength.
Wow.
My Hero Academia is about the main story around the protagonist named Midoriya. In this anime, everyone has a superpower except this kid. This kid doesn't have a superpower. So the number one hero of this universe gives him his power, and then he learns to control it through like hardships and training.
Wow.
And all that.
Wow.
And it's a
like life too. It's life exaggerated in a way.
It's a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Like, it's so sad. Like how they did in the anime. Like the kid's like crying because he doesn't have a quirk.
Yeah.
And everyone in his class in kindergarten, everyone's getting their powers.
Yeah.
How come Midoriya doesn't have a power?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So, yeah, inheritance of power, yo. It's like, can you imagine, like, what will you do with it, right?
Exactly.
But he really does try to focus, and, like, if he doesn't control it, then he ends up killing himself, damaging his body and shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah.
And this ties back to all what we've been talking about. Really, it's like if you're given an opportunity, are you gonna run away with it, or are you gonna turn your back on it?
Yeah.
Really, you really had to take action into your words, and when an opportunity is given.
Exactly, and yeah, finding your own way. It's just one funny story that I want to mention that I think everyone laughs when I talk about it, but like in the 11th, 12th grade, I was working on Photoshop or whatever, this and that, and people started asking me about like, yo, like I got this like C on my report card, right? How can I fix this to like show my parents so I don't get grounded? I was like, yo, like I'll do it for you. Give me $20. I'll edit it, whatever, do this and that, and then I'll print it out and they give it to them. They don't get in trouble, right? But that's one of those things where it's like, that's me making money off, having a basic understanding of Photoshop and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's a service, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty illegal or whatever. But you'll never find these report cards. Yeah. But this is how I started. Like, you're using a pirated version of Photoshop to make a fake copy of a report card.
Yeah.
And it took me like 5 minutes, and I made $20. So who's laughing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't pay $1 to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But what I'm tying this into is like the opportunity for G-Town 604 is that like I don't want kids to have to do stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? I want kids to actually like design graphics for a specific reason so they can have make an income or make $1 off of a design, and not have to edit report cards. You know what I mean? Just to make it easy for them. You know what I mean? So because it's like there's better ways to make money. Like you can work a 9 to 5 or whatever and make it that way, or you can start doing graphics and make all that kind of thing. Because it's something that you can teach yourself too. You know? So the resources are out there, especially like the older we get, like the better the software gets, and all that kind of thing. So even amateurs can be just as good as anyone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to leave off that.
Yeah, but that's great. And just to wrap up, we're getting into our final moments here. Nick, is there any like one sentence or like one quote you can leave the audience, a piece of advice or?
Yeah, there's something that I read in like a random YouTube comment. Straight up, it says.
That's like sometimes when I'm reading YouTube comments, shit's deep, man.
I know. Yeah.
Like, I didn't go YouTube for this.
I think it might be a quote from Gary Vee or something.
Yeah.
But it goes, everything, all the way, every time. You know what I mean? So I
say that again.
Everything, all the way, all the time.
Yeah.
So
every time. So I think like the way that I perceive that statement, that's his fucking YouTube comment. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When I think about it, everything, like when he says everything, it's like all the work that you do, and all the way means that you go to the highest extent of working, and then every time means that you never stop doing it.
Yeah.
So that means it's like a forward progression, like never stop.
Yeah.
Like even if there's roadblocks and stuff, like you'll persevere and make your way through it because that's human instinct. Like that's how humans are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well managed, but I think people need to be reinforced about their capabilities, and also be your own best friend. I think is like a really important thing. What I mean by that is like there's a lot of affirmations that you look for in other people, and be like, oh, like how come I'm not doing this, yo? Like what do I do when this happens? It's like, and what you expect to hear from your friends is like, you're doing okay, you're doing all right. You know what I mean? Keep going. It's like, why can't you just tell yourself that? You know, why are you looking to your mates or, you know, like people that you really respect for affirmation that you can tell yourself?
Yeah.
That's like, you can do it. You can really do it as long as you set your mind to. Why do you need someone else to tell you?
Because at the end of the day, you're only doing it for yourself.
Exactly, right?
So why do you have to hear what other people have to say about stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
No, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So be your own best friend. Like tell yourself what you need to do.
Exactly.
Because when you're laying in bed, like I got this quote. The quote is pretty much from it's actually Skepta from like an Instagram live or whatever.
Yeah.
And I actually have this. If you go on YouTube, and you search up Skulpist, I actually uploaded the entire Instagram live, so you guys can check that out.
Yeah,
because it's really really important to me. So you guys can watch it later.
Yeah.
But he just says like be your own best friend. It's like, let's say that you have a friend, and he's laying in bed and he's doing nothing. And, you know, like, are you going to let him lay there? Or are you going to be like, yo, like, let's go fucking do something?
Yeah.
You have so much power, like, in your head. Like, why don't you go do some shit and, you know, figure some stuff out? Because it's just like, yeah, I mean, you can do it on your own. You don't need anyone to tell you, like, what to do and whatever. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But...
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Good.
Be your own best friend.
We got a question from some guy named King George.
That's a funny ass name. Hey Nick, random question. Out of all the designs you made, what is your favorite one and why?
That's a good question.
Honestly, let me check.
Is this a design that it's been released or?
Yeah, it's definitely been released.
Is it on your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on my IG.
He's looking for it right
Is it
now.
the Maple Story one?
No. There's a lot of things that are sure of his value, but I think my favorite one is like it speaks to Skulpist the most. Is you build me up, you break me down.
Yeah, I just looked at that one.
Yeah. So what this represents is like
I like
That one in the middle right there.
yeah, the one in the center, or you go to the one on the right, either or. But what it is, it's like a statue breaking down, right? So if you imagine the process of creating a statue like that, you have a flat piece of marble or something or whatever, and you chip away at it, and like that's the breakaway, but you're also taking away to create something beautiful, right? But people have the capability of going too far and, you know, removing too much. So like you build me up, you break me down is like one of my favorite quotes is like the umbrella and the rain. It's like I'm the giver and the protector. You know what I mean? That's like, and this is how I feel about, I think love and relationships, you know? You give someone a lot of power, but they can, you know, do too much or do too little or whatever like that. So I think just the graphic and the imagery itself is just, it's such a beautiful thing because like there was a limit, but you went too far. You broke me open, you know what I mean? And the way that I see Skulpist is like the skull itself, if you look at the logo, it's just a skull on like a platform. That platform is supposed to be like, if you imagine like a square of marble being chipped away. Yeah, so the skull is like the creation of like time, because let's say that you chip away at it and you get like a human, or like you have your own face, like Michelangelo, for example, right? You have the human face. But eventually, as you get older and you develop, like you chip away at the human face because eventually you're gonna die. So it's like the skull represents just like living as it's an extension of like being a creative person.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why statues and this marble and clay and stuff is really important, because I don't think that there's another type of art form that you remove to create something beautiful. Because like, let's say you make a painting, you're adding your additive to the canvas, but from a marble is just like you're taking away to create a new form, right? And just that idea, like sculpting itself is just like, that's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
How do
It's
you?
really insane. How do you get better at sculpting?
Exactly.
Without messing up.
Yeah, and it's just like doing the same thing and just practicing and chipping away at yourself. Like, imagine if you're born and you're a fucking slab of marble, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you get older, you chip away, you make your head and you make your whatever.
Exactly.
And then you get to a point where your whole body's finished, and then
Yeah.
eventually you get so old where you break away from your face and you
Yeah.
create a skeleton,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like the process
Yeah.
of it.
Even
Yeah.
sculpting, like the word within itself is just like it's very life. It's like very derived from life if
Yeah.
you think about it. Like you're making your future as you go. You
Yeah,
know, by
you're forming.
sculpting. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's forming.
Yeah.
So that's what's important to me. Yeah, you build me up, you break me down. Yeah, man.
All right. But
Yeah.
that was great. Okay, everyone. That concludes our first episode of the G Town podcast. Thank you, Nick, for stopping by. Our very, very
Thank
first
you,
guest,
man.
man.
Thank
Thank you guys.
We appreciate
it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys too.
all the
Thanks for having me
words, the wisdom that you
Yeah.
had to come and share with us.
Yeah.
The big homie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Respect,
Yeah.
young ones. Means a lot.
We'd love to have you back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
real.
Reoccurring that.
Yeah, recurring guests.
Yeah.
After the next delivery, we'll talk about more stuff, and
For sure.
you know, we'll work it out.
I will go from there.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Thank you for all our very first viewers for this first episode. We appreciate you a lot. One eye, 2 eyes, 3 years, 4 years.
All
Appreciate
that.
it all,
Did it
man.
again.
You, the viewers, you at home, you, right there.
Thank you.
And just a few quick shout
Thank you.
outs.
Say it again.
Shout out to
you.
shout out to all the
Thank you,
boys
King
who came
George.
out today.
Mandy Trent, thank you.
Yeah.
King Nina, thank
King
you.
George, Jan Tessera, that's
Jan
what's
Tessera,
up.
shout out.
Oh,
Appreciate
yeah.
that.
Wow.
Shout out to Eric Pizarro for he'll soon be on this podcast.
shout out to
He
Eric.
couldn't come in today, but
Yeah.
shout out for him making our waiting screen.
Shout out all our guys too for
Shout out
hearing
to
our
all
shit
homies.
all the time
Yeah.
too, shit like that.
Yo, who we have next?
Who do we have next?
A little tease?
That's a
Little
little teaser. Please stay tuned to our Instagram pages. That's where we're most active. We'll keep you in touch with who's going to be our next guest.
I'm sure everyone here follows us already.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, like we said earlier in the beginning of the podcast, we hope for this to be a weekly thing. We hope to have always a special guest on board. If not, it's just going to be us, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoy hearing us anyway. Shout out to Ceston, man.
Yeah,
Thank you very
Ceston,
much, man. You held
the
it
man
down.
behind the
Thanks.
camera.
Young legend. Young legend, yo.
If you guys just tuned in, this guy's been behind here doing all the work, making this production.
What a boss.
Freddie of iCarly, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, thank you. We'll see you guys next week. And that's it. That's a wrap.
Follow me on Instagram.
Hey.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace. Dude, I need to pee so bad, yo.